And we're live for another Quad Squad episode, one in which is bittersweet because at the time of recording, this may be the very last, very last Quad Squad episode that we'll be recording on campus at Cambridge. We're all loosely in one place. This is the
As
last week
as freshmen.
as freshmen.
As
Yes, as
freshmen.
freshmen.
Sophomore.
Fingers crossed. Maybe spring semester. You never know. You never know. But I think introductions are in place. I'm one of your hosts, David Chen.
Dude, this is what's really sad. We've been doing this for like 2.5 months, and we have to figure out
I thought it goes David on a meme and
I
Fez.
thought it was David Fez, me, Melissa.
Someone shoot, go.
All right. I'm another one of your hosts, Melissa.
I'm another host, Anna.
Hi, my name's Faz.
We've gotten so much better at this, honestly. No, but like I said, man, it's the last week on campus here. And I guess as a quick, roll call here, I'm kind of curious on everyone's move out plans. Mine is pretty straightforward. I'm taking a flight on Saturday afternoon. Straight shot to San Francisco, then driving home. And that'll be the end of my journey there.
I guess I have a more intricate move out plan, to say the least. I am driving from. Wait, no, I'm not driving. I'm taking the Amtrak. I'm taking the Amtrak to Pennsylvania, to Amish country, and I'll be there for a couple weeks with my best friend, and I'll be spending Thanksgiving with her, and then I'll eventually make it down to Florida. Yeah.
I will be packing everything and loading everything into my car on Friday night, but I won't be leaving until very early Saturday morning. And I'll probably be taking a really long nap in the car, but solid.
Yeah, I'm moving out Saturday and then flying home Sunday. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think in my life I have probably been away from my house for like max 2 weeks before coming here. And obviously, like I haven't visited home since I've been here, so it'll be really like an interesting experience, kind of going back.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, given the nature of this episode, I'm not one to reminisce very often, but I feel like, given that this is an episode where we're closing off pretty much the semester, to be honest, as in terms of on campus, I think it'll be a great time to maybe reminisce a little bit about our time here in really an unprecedented, like, I think we should harp on this a lot. Unprecedented experience where we were quarantined on campus at a college during COVID in a pandemic. The shebang. So, just the thing I wanted to ask, and this is kind of funny when you think about like where we were on our first taping of quarantine at Harvard, when we were all like, "Oh man, we're gonna do this and that with this podcast with our own ideas." And it's frank to say that not all of it happened, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like all four of us, each member of the Quad Squad, kind of settled into their own groove. And I'm kind of curious to know what that groove is looking like. And I kind of want to ask Anna first, because it seems like you were the most accurate in predicting what your groove was going to be,
I mean, my instincts are immaculate.
Impeccable.
I I said I would do debate. It's all I've done. I spent all my weekends in my room yelling about random things, probably annoying my roommates and whoever lives next door to me. But it's fun. I enjoy it. I love the team. I love my partner. Love the coaches. Obviously, like, I wouldn't do debate if I didn't love it, and I can't wait to spend the next 4 years doing it. What about you, Melissa?
I guess for the most part, I've stuck with my general plan. I did join one club that I was very interested in, and then of course, I was also joining the varsity golf team here, which has been a wonderful time. I did overload a little bit on some extracurricular activities, Um, and one of which might be this podcast. I guess coming in, I really didn't expect to be a part of it, but it's definitely blossomed into something that I really do appreciate a lot right now. And so I think that was serendipitous in a way. And there are, yes, fancy words.
That's the word she used on our first episode too. I remember.
Oh
That
yeah,
is true.
holy crap! Full circle. Oh my, sorry. Yes, continue.
And then of course there's also a couple of other extracurriculars I didn't expect, but I guess in that sense I finally like kind of fell into my rhythm of like managing things. And I think I went through these different periods in my time. Like when I first got here, um, I think I spent a lot of time just like kind of being in my room like watching these videos on YouTube. And then in the middle, like I was a little shocked in the way that things turned out because I met a lot of people prior to coming to campus, and I really thought that I was going to be like super close with them. We were going to hang out and stuff, and unfortunately, things don't always turn out the way you think they will. But so I have drifted away from several people that I've met before that I still think they're amazing people, but I guess it just didn't work out the way I thought it would. And then I guess like now, like I started really getting into watching like streams of like people on Twitch and stuff. And I have been just playing it in the background. Like I don't know if you guys have heard of like Saikuno or Toast or Corpse Husband or like those people, but I'm telling you, like I love them with my whole heart right now. So yeah, watching them almost anytime that I have free time. So yeah.
That is amazing. Sorry, Fez. I just wanted to quickly mention the phenomenon of Corpse Husband. I feel like we should record this down in history. This is amazing what we're witnessing right now. The meteoric rise of Corpse out of nowhere, based off of, and he has not yet, had a face reveal, if ever. It's really just his voice. I'm sorry. This
Am
is
I
out
the
of
only
context.
person who
I have
doesn't
no
know?
idea what's happening. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I've
no
literally
worries.
no clue what's going on.
Just search up on YouTube Corpse Husband best clips Among Us probably, but in any case,
I
sorry.
have not played Among Us. Interesting fact. Sorry.
Yo,
Wow.
Quad Squad Among Us. Well, that's 4 people. Never mind. But
Yeah.
sorry, I get ahead of myself. Fez, how's it going for your groove, man? How are you grooving?
Yeah, the groove is smooth. This out here.
That sounds like the least smooth groove. The way you put it.
I was trying to think that rhymes. I was like, smooth is kind of like groove. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think any rhymes with groove. It's been pretty fun. I think, like most people, it definitely took maybe 2-3 weeks to figure out the routine of things. You start to realize, okay, Monday I'm gonna stay up all night for this class. Tuesday I'm gonna, stay up all night for this class. Wednesday I always have a test in this class, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think that given the restrictions, which I think turned out to be less than I at least thought going in. I think you definitely have to try to be more creative to get to know people and to spend time with them outside. So one thing I've tried to do is go out for walks as often as possible with friends in the evenings. We walk to the quad, we walk around by the river. We've had the chance to go to Boston 2 or 3 times. That's been pretty fun. And I don't know, I think I've found that not only is it a cool way to get to know people, but surprisingly, it's a fun form of exercise. So that's a plus. Probably not going to do that, though, when I go back home. No more walking.
Yeah, I was gonna mention like Fez always invites in, texts me and like invites me to go to night walks, and I'm always
he never
like,
goes. He
I
never,
know, and
come.
it feels so bad because like every time I'm like, oh my god, if it's like an hour later, an hour earlier, I would have been set. But no, it's so I'm so happy that you mentioned that, this walking thing not only is for exercise but for friends, and that's what I kind of wanted to talk about real quick because Melissa, you brought up a really good point about kind of the turnover rate of friends and relationships in the first few weeks of campus, especially during COVID. Like, I feel like since you have so little exposure to people in a bubble, you kind of are just in that group. So like for me, basically all my friends outside of the quad squad are from my floor in my dorm.
That's so cute.
Which is nice, but then like, you wonder about I just got to know them. You know, they're amazing people as well, but I mainly got to know them just from pure exposure. You know, seeing them in the dining hall, eating with them in the courtyard, and then you wonder like how many more people in a normal circumstance that you could have met and and kicked it off with. But I really vibe with what Melissa said. You know, like, hey man, it just doesn't work sometimes, and it's not for the fault of anyone. It's just compatibility, and I really do believe in this idea of compatibility. You know,
Yeah.
this idea of just being able to, you know, sorry, click with click with people. Um, but I'm curious about like how you guys see the building of friendships, especially during COVID. Man, it's such a weird. I've never experienced anything like it. Um,
I mean, okay, like like I haven't really reached out to a ton of people because like okay, I think the majority of people like meeting other people in big groups of people. I absolutely detest big groups of people. I refuse to go out with more than like 3 people at a time. I can't do it. And so it just makes me stressed. I mean, I don't know. I get anxious about it. And so I was close with my roommates. Really, like me and my roommates are really close. So like honestly, couldn't have asked for better roommates. I'm really happy they're here. There's like debaters I know I talk to pretty often. Like we do debate. We've known each other since high school. It's like a thing. Then there's the people I know in Boston, so I hang out with them a bit. And then 2 people I've like grown really close with from my classes, and like it was like hard to reach out at first, but then like normal friendship just cultivate. You're like, want to grab breakfast, want to grab dinner, want to go for a walk, and it's just like kind of normal. So like I haven't really had that like much of a different experience, if I'll be honest. I think this is what would have happened had it been a normal year, just because like I don't like big groups of people. I'm not going to do that, so I'll like cultivate like small friendships, but they'll be good friendships.
I vibe with that. I vibe with that a lot. I don't know. I'm also pretty ambivalent towards the idea of big groups. There is some benefit, I would say, of being in like a big friend group. Like
Yeah.
I went with this group to go eat hot pot once.
Ooh.
And like having being in a like 8 people, right? It's kind of cool because like you don't have specific pressure to talk really.
That's
Like if
true.
you just want to like vibe in the middle, you know, middle of things, you can easily do so without talking. Which sounds weird coming from me because like I guess I always want to like be
Yeah.
in a conversation, but it is taxing. You know, it taxes your mind mentality to always keep conversation. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I feel a lot of pressure talking to other Harvard students. I feel like this should have worn off a while ago, but I still feel like, oh my god, am I saying the right things? What's my average word length in my sentence? No, I'm just kidding. Um, I'm curious. Do you guys still any feel any residual pressure talking to other kids on campus?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Aside from my team and maybe a couple of other people, I really have not seen people face to face. Like, majority of my interactions have been online, and that maybe that's just how I operate as a person. I think that this pandemic has started to make me realize that I actually thrive in a virtual environment with people,
Oh,
and I actually really cherish my online friendships a lot. And so I think that might also have been playing into kind of what I was describing earlier. But for me, like, I think one of my better friends, like out in my Harvard circle at least, is actually one who's staying remote at home. And perhaps that's just because like we have that like virtual relation over like these in-person relations. And I don't know, that's maybe just because like I'm just less comfortable talking to people face to face or something of the sort. I don't know. I definitely found that like for me, like I don't find that much pressure when I'm talking to somebody over like a text or over a group me message or something
true.
of the sort versus like I do feel like occasionally there is some pressure talking in person to another person, but in most of my scenarios, like similarly to Anna, I don't go in big groups. It stresses me out as well, especially during a pandemic. Um,
Yeah.
and so I actually, usually if I go out, it's with these people that I've already been close with through these virtual relationships. And so, like, I already feel pretty comfortable talking to them. So that's how my experience has been.
That's so cool. Like plugged in, you know. I don't know. I don't know if I can say the same thing. Fez, are you someone who, because you go on the walks, right? So would you say that you're more in person?
Fez with friends. I think that's what we're trying to say.
I've discovered one of my hidden excitements is just walking around. You know, when I was at home, you couldn't get me to walk outside my house, and I'm just, I just walk around the streets of like Harvard's campus, and I'm just like, okay, this is kind of cool. Yeah, no, it's like it's I don't know. I think I've just found that when you go around with people and like discover new places around, or when you actually look at the historical sites on Harvard's campus, there's a lot to talk about. So yeah, I mean, like it's pretty fun to walk around Harvard's campus and just see like all the historical sites where I guess like people have been living for 100 years. Like it's crazy to me. I was thinking about this today. It's crazy to me that the place I'm staying in now was built in 1805, and it just makes you wonder like who else has like stayed in these kinds of buildings. Like I know this one kid who he's in the freshman dorm where I think Bill Gates stayed, right? So it's definitely, it carries a lot of magnitude, I guess, walking around Harvard's campus, just thinking about who else has walked here and the the cohorts that have come before us. And I don't know, I think that like I guess I'm somewhat off topic what we were discussing, but I think that just exploring those with other students is pretty meaningful, while at the same time wanting to maintain some degree of safety amid all that's going on. So
yeah, no, it's interesting you say that actually, because I was talking with my roommates about this the other day, and we were walking around, same thing like y'all do, and I actually don't understand like the big deal about Harvard anymore. Like, like I don't get it. Like I walk around and I'm just like, okay, we're at college. I don't like. I don't realize like it's a big deal until like I see like people touring. I'm like, oh yeah, I go to Harvard, and I continue on with my day. But like, I honestly, I've become desensitized to it. Perhaps because like I live in Quincy. Quincy isn't like an old historical building. It's just like a normal dorm. So like maybe that affects it. But like honestly, like I haven't thought about like the giants or like the backs of giants I stand on at Harvard. I'm just like, it's just a college, a vibe. I'll graduate one day and I'll move on with my life.
I was gonna say as well. Speaking of tourists. A friend and I went to the Coop a couple of weeks ago to get like some Harvard.
You call it the Coop?
Is it the Coop?
I say the Coop too. I don't say the co-op. I say the Coop.
The co-op?
What? It's the co-op.
I think it's the Coop.
No. Wait, no. It's the co-op because a co-op is a specific type of store. So like. You like buy a membership, right, for the co-op, right?
No, but there's another store called the Co-op, so that's why this is the Coop.
Am I confusing stores?
I'm pretty sure Co-op has a dash in the
middle,
right?
Co-op also. Yeah, there is another store that is called the Co-op, but this one I'm pretty sure it's called the Coop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melissa, you should put this as like a poll in like on our Instagram. Is it Coop or
Co-op or Coop? Wow.
Tomato.
But then
yeah.
spell them the same way and just see what happens. Okay. Anyways, so we went to the Coop to get some like Harvard memorabilia because we haven't like gotten anything while we've been here, so we were just gonna get like a hat or something. So I got a hat. It's this hat, right?
Oh.
I came back to my room a half hour later to do like an office hours, and I joined the office hours, and the person goes, "Oh, you're wearing one of the tour guide hats, right?" And I was like, "Oh my god, she's right." Basically, this is the hat that the tour guides wear, like in regular times when they're taking people like around campus. It's not this exact hat, but it looks somewhat similar. So now, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna be walking around. People are gonna ask me questions, and I won't have any answers to them. So
no, you should act as if you know perfectly. You'd be like, oh yeah, it's over. It's over there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
You just tell them like Annenberg is like Annenberg, the Science Center. Science Center is Annenberg.
No, it's the co-op. Okay, no. Okay, I just looked it up. Because I was really annoyed. It's the Harvard, and this is the co-op that we're all talking about. The one in Harvard Square near like across the street from the Walgreens or CVS. I forget the difference. Like yeah, we all know that one. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Harvard Cooperative Society. So it's the co-op.
No, I think you're right in that. I think that was its original name or something like that.
The co-op.
Or it was inspired. I think you're right that it was originally called that, or it was inspired by that name or something like that. But I'm pretty sure it's known as the Coop.
It's the co-op.
Also, I'm pretty sure cooperative is pronounced cooperative.
No,
I'm just
it's
kidding.
cooperative.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
Okay, hold on. I found a video. Let me just see.
It's the co-op.
See, I have a limited.
Harvard students are wrong. It's the co-op. Like the cooperative society shortened would be the co-op.
See, I have a limited amount of syllables in my life, and I'd rather save them saying coop than co-op, so I can use that extra syllable.
It's the co-op.
Oh,
there we go. I found a video where they say the Harvard coop.
Ooh.
They're wrong. They're just wrong.
Damn.
Like, they're wrong.
YouTube, if it's a video on YouTube, that means it's true, okay?
They're wrong.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
Oh yeah. On the note of Harvard memorabilia, I don't have a Harvard jacket yet. I don't have any Harvard gear.
But you have a BU.
I knew he was gonna
jacket.
bring it up.
I have a Davidson jacket. I have a Yale jacket now.
Oh no way!
That's literally just because like a friend of mine goes to Yale and he sent me it.
Sure. Yeah.
And I have where does Daniel go? Vanderbilt jacket.
Wow.
I do not have so should I get a Harvard jacket before I go home?
I don't know. Which college do you go to?
Why start now? You might as well get a Princeton one while you're at it.
Maybe I'll get a Princeton one. That's true.
Yeah, and collect all the Infinity jackets and
go to all the Ivy League schools and pick them up except for Harvard. You kind of like do that.
I mean,
or like cut off the letters from like the
and
each of the college sweaters.
Currently, I'm not wearing a college jacket though. I just want to let everyone know that I'm wearing a high school jacket. It's not my high school, but a high school jacket.
Jesus, you don't even have your own high school jacket.
This is my ex's hoodie. It's just a comfortable hoodie. That's all.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm also thinking about like maybe getting like one last piece of hardware before I leave.
Yeah. I'm considering a mug.
I would everyone listening, I would 100% recommend a mug. For some reason,
by
it
the
just
Harvard
feels.
Co-op.
Sure, fine, but yeah, I don't know. Having a mug is so nice. I don't know. I really like mugs. I think everyone here has discovered something new, right? Like Fez discovered he likes walks. Melissa realized she's an online person. Anna realizes she has no Harvard memorabilia, and I realized I really like mugs. Like, I really like mugs.
When's your birthday, David?
My birthday is in July, so I'm still waiting for. I requested mugs from my parents for Christmas. I wrote a letter to Santa asking him if he can give me mugs, and if anyone has any spare mug. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a mug. I enjoy them. But anything else you guys want to talk about?
David,
look,
we have like
I'm still looking into the coop, okay?
You're still looking.
It's the co-op, Melissa. It's the cooperative society. You're wrong.
A survey of students at Harvard. I guarantee you at least 80% will say that it's the coop. The other 20% will just be misinformed.
No, and the people say the coop should be rescinded, expelled. I don't care. They don't belong.
Whoa! All right, anyone who's listening, everyone who's listening, DM Anna with the correct pronunciation of the cooperative. DM her and
send her emails. Just
flood her inbox. Let her know the truth. We need the truth to ring out.
The cooperative society, like co-ops exist. Like, co-ops are a type of store. The reason I found this out, my roommate, she's from Minnesota, and she worked at a co-op. And I was like, what's a co-op? She's like, oh, it's like a store where, like, members buy things and they get a portion of it. And she's like, yeah, the Harvard co-op is the same thing. And it is. So, a co-op is a type of store.
Melissa, you found something?
The co-op, Melissa.
Okay.
Oh.
So I found something. So I first found a Wikipedia page that says the Harvard MIT Cooperative Society, or the COOP, pronounced as a single syllable, and they had a little reference page. So I clicked the reference page, right? Because I was like, Wikipedia is like reliable, but not always super accurate, right? I go to the reference page, and it says the COOP, and then in parentheses, not the co-op as other cooperatives are commonly called. So, and this is on the Our Story page of the official Coop website.
This is dumb.
Therefore, it has to be the Coop.
This is
Oh, myth busted.
It's a Coop.
so dumb. That's it. I'm transferring to Yale. I can't do this anymore. Nah.
You don't even own any Harvard gear anyway.
I don't have any money. I got my Yale hoodie. I'm good to go.
Plot twist, they have a Yale Coop as well.
Oh my goodness.
You'll see me cheering for Yale next year, the Harvard-Yale game. This is dumb.
Yeah. In any case, I think that's a good place to wrap up. Honestly, that was a really fun time. I feel like
arguing over the pronunciation of the fourth word.
Last episode, this episode's the co-op.
The model of this.
I will copy and paste the link in the chat for anybody listening to this podcast who disagrees.
Yes, so. And everyone else can start calling it the co-op. It's a cooperative society.
The receipts. She's got the receipts, queen. No, but anyways, I think this is a great place to end off. Again, this is gonna be our last episode.
On campus.
On campus, Quad Squad. You're signing off. From
it's on their website. It says
that's what I'm saying. It's on their official website. It's on. Look, I'm just gonna yell louder than Anna. It is pronounced the Coop. Like
co-op.
I can't express that enough.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.